Hi friends, it's your art teacher, Miss Barnett, and this week we're starting our first official painting project, huzzah, and I wanted to talk about some alternatives for materials if you don't have tempera paint. So this is some paint that you can find at Walmart. It's about $2 or $3, maybe a bottle. If you can't afford this, and I know not everybody can, it's not a big deal. So another option you could use that's a little bit cheaper is you can get a set of poster paints like this. These are kind of nice because unlike this big bottle that I might use in the classroom, this one they're stuck in. These are more individual size. They're still washable, non-toxic, pretty good quality for what we're using this for. So poster paints are a good option. If you don't have poster paints, you can always use watercolor for this project. Now, if you're going to be mixing with watercolor, you're going to want to use, and you want it to be a more vibrant color, remember use a little bit less water. If you want it more pastel-y and soft and kind of ethereal, like a sunset, or a dusty day, you want to use a little bit more water and make it a little bit more transparent. So those are some options. You can use whatever you have. If you really don't have paints, you can use your markers and your crayons. I just want you to really focus on making a picture of people outdoors today and not get caught up on what you have or what you don't have. I'm going to be using a big piece of paper. This is 12 by 18. You can use any kind of paper you have available. Construction paper is a very good option for painting on because it's a little thicker. Parents, it doesn't give when it gets wet so much and kind of disintegrate. All right, friends, so the first thing I'm going to do, if you're at home, you might want to take some painter's tape or some manila tape and tape your paper down to the table so it doesn't wiggle around on you. Perfect. Now I'm going to use a pencil and I'm going to sketch my people. So I've decided I'm going to make a painting of my sons walking on in the park on an autumn day. So I'm going to put our people in first, and you should put your people in first. So remember when we did the sketches of people in motion action, think about how a body's going to move. So my older son is very tall and my younger son is smaller. I'm just going to sketch some general shapes here. This doesn't have to be a masterwork. I'm going to leave some space there because I'm going to have them hold hands. I'm not going to worry about details because guess what? We're going to put the details in with the paint. Oh, you know what? His knees are going to be bent. You need to think about how action will look in your picture. Draw it light till you get it right. Here's my little buddy. He's going to be reaching up and holding his brother's hand. Maybe his little feet are going off the table. That's okay. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. My older son has kind of floppy hair. Okay. Now we're going to draw the trail they're on. So I'm going to start with, let's put a background line in. Now using my paints, remember if you don't have a palette at home, you can definitely use a paper plate for this instead. I'm going to use a bigger brush. I'm going to wipe, and then I'm going to start painting. Let's speed up the video here so you can watch me paint. Remember, we're going to use dabs of big swatches and dabs to create that impressionistic style. Now that I've done the bigger spaces on my people, I'm going to use a smaller brush to get into the smaller spaces. Okay, friends, I just made a mistake. So when that happens for you, what you're going to do is take a piece of a paper towel, and I can go in before it's dry and just kind of blot it up. Or if you want to wait until the paint is dry, you can paint over it. All right, guys, I've painted my people and my figures, and now I'm going to start working on the background. Remember, we're going to think about the time of day, the time of year, and how to apply those dots or those colors in dabs. Here we go. Well, I am totally bummed because I was trying to show you guys how I did this and it did not record. But you saw me do the figures, so I think you can figure out how I did the background. I just took my brush and I dabbed it like this straight up and down on my paper, and I made all of this beautiful texture. I thought about how I was going to use colors, and I laid colors on top of one another, and I filled in my space pretty pleasingly. So I hope your painting turns out as good as mine. I hope you have as much fun doing this as I did, and I think they'll come out beautiful. Can't wait to see what you do, guys, and I'll talk to you later.